don't know, I've always had an affection about old buildings. The architecture, how well they were put together, the materials that they used back then seemed to stand the test of time. The really cool thing about them was that there was so much personality put into old buildings. In particular about Baker Street train station, it's been here since like 1914. And when you step into a building like this, you can imagine the history and the thousands of people that spent time just waiting here for trains from all over the country. Every building like this has personality. And you can sometimes grasp some of that when you step into them. Life just happens in buildings like this. I'm J.C. Crawford. I grew up here in Fort Wayne, and I left with no intention of coming back. And I guess that's where my journey really started, and it's brought me back here. And what that means and where I'm going from there, I'm not really sure. But I know I have to trust God that He knows where I'm going more than I do. This journey, for the most part, can be described as interesting. I cannot be stagnant. If I'm doing one thing for too long, I want to move. I want to go. And God has used that lately. But when He calls for me to stop and slow down is when I get challenged. I've been doing the massage business for over 30 years, and I've had a full run of clients. I'm still doing the coffee business, and I'm coaching, and the income is just not what it was when things were really good. When you see things go backwards, that's when that F word comes in, that fear, and you're not, number-wise, you're not where you were, and the old tapes start to play about what if this and what if that and what if this. And I have to, once again, state the truth. No matter what if happens, God always provides. The money that gets made is just enough money to pay what we need to pay. I get impatient. I'm as human as anybody else. But I choose in my being impatient to know the truth. I think it only takes small things to make big things happen. Right now, I'm volunteering at an elementary school, helping young people change their minds. If I'm there with a young person and I'm giving them my best, who knows what will happen 2 or 3 years down the road when they think about a life change that they made and they said, some guy, all he did was came and showed me love. All he did was he came and listened to me, but that changed my life. Is it a small thing or is it a big thing? I just do it. I know that I've come from a background that's been full of a mess. I've been to the highest mountains and I've been so low that I didn't know if I was going to live. And the only thing that's been consistent in my life is that relationship that started when I was 9 years old. And that was Christ's Spirit lives in me. And Christ has a purpose for me and my life. And I would do Him and this world a great injustice if I didn't try to live up to what Christ wants me to be. When I know chipping away is happening and God is, making me this picture of Him, what can I do? I'm the artwork. I'm the work, He's the worker. Things will come and go, and in the end, I look more like Him. There's no downside. I guess if you want to call it a downside, the pain of the chipping, the pain of the waiting, the wanting and desiring one thing and Him showing you and giving you something different. But then as you dwell in what He's given you, you find out that it's more than you could have ever wanted for yourself. But the fact that I'm healthy, and I care and take care of my wife, and I care and take care of my family, all those things to me add up to God keeping His promises and providing for me. And so I just try to do my best to do my best. And that's faithful in the small things.